My mission is not to feel. My objective is not to think. I execute orders, and I eliminate targets without prejudice, one way or another. And now I kill my own kind, but not because I'm a traitor. That's because they're the only adversaries worthy of my skill. My name is Agent Zero, and I know which side I'm on. Do you?
And you're kind of been glancing, and then she sees that you've got absorbed.
Agent Zero, played by Daniel Henney, has this extraordinary ability with weapons, and he's basically an incredible sniper and sharpshooter.
He's the best shot in the universe. We have a scene where he shoots into the window of a farmhouse, and you see he's several hills away. That's how good and fast he is. It's interesting because up until now, our X-Men do not use weapons. You don't see Wolverine walking around with a gun. So this gave us a chance to go in that direction with Agent Zero.
He's a weapons specialist. He's an assassin slash sniper slash bodyguard and protector of Danny Huston's character, William Stryker.
I think Daniel does a fantastic job of finding the sort of smugness of a guy who thinks he's just better than everybody else.
Still shooting first, asking questions later?
You still chewing on cheap cigars? I've done interviews and they've asked me, so are you a bad guy? And I'm like, well, what is bad guy? And I say, it's hard to define what a bad guy is, especially in this circumstance, because they're all part of the same team initially. So if Zero's bad, then what is Logan? You know, and what is Creed? Zero is simply a soldier at heart, and he carries out his missions. And he actually has said his mission is not to think, it's not to feel, it's to execute his orders and eliminate targets that are given to him. And that's it. That's how he operates. He's very robotic. The funny thing about that is that small places where you do see emotion with Zero is the relationship between him and Logan. There's a history there, and he's bitter.
Hunt him down. Take his head off.
Daniel's one of those really, really warm people, and I remember thinking, I just instantly like this guy, and he's got to play a really despicable character, and he pulls it off. And he's funny, he's very funny. He's had a lot of experience in films, and I think this was something different for him, and he really relished it. Daniel is the Brad Pitt of Korea. I mean, he cannot walk down the street there without being absolutely mobbed. In New Zealand, he's walking down the street, and he just had complete anonymity until the tourist bus turned up from Korea. And it was the most amazing sight. All of a sudden, from walking down the street, having a good old time, 5 minutes later, the tour bus had left. He'd signed 100 autographs, and he had about 30 teddy bears in his arm that had been gifts. He can never escape, and I think after this movie, he's going to get more fans in a lot of other places.
For me, this film was nothing short of a fairy tale. I live and work in Asia, and this was my first big American project, and it was like I just walked through one door after another, and here I was working with Hugh Jackman, and I was in New Zealand for 4 days. I was the first actor there, I think. And I was informed that I'm going to be shooting this major action scene with Hugh the next day. I hadn't even met the guy yet, and I was kind of freaking out, you know? But he's an amazing guy, everyone knows that. Don't worry, Nancy, more people died driving than flying.
How about from impaling?
The X-Men fans are passionate, intelligent people, and it puts a huge responsibility on us as actors to work to the best of our abilities in this film, you know, and to also to research these characters and to make sure that we do them justice.
Attaboy.